It was a cold autumn evening when Sarah and her friends decided to explore the infamous Whispering Woods, a forest known for the mysterious disappearances of anyone who dared to enter after dark. The locals spoke of strange voices that called out from the trees, whispers that seemed to lure people deeper and deeper into the forest, never to be seen again. Despite the warnings, Sarah's group was determined to prove the legend wrong. Armed with flashlights and an adventurous spirit, they stepped into the woods just as the sun dipped below the horizon. At first, everything seemed normal. The soft crunch of leaves underfoot and the occasional rustle of the wind were the only sounds. But as they ventured deeper, the air grew heavy, and the forest seemed unnaturally quiet. Suddenly they heard it, faint, almost imperceptible whispers coming from all around. "Turn back! Leave now!" The voices were low yet persistent, as if the forest itself was alive, warning them to flee. Nervously they laughed it off as their imaginations, but the further they went, the louder the whispers became. Sarah stopped. "Did you hear that?" she asked, her voice shaking. Her friends were nowhere to be seen. She was alone. Panic surged through her veins as she frantically called out for them, but the only response was the growing intensity of the whispers. In the distance, she saw a faint figure, a shadowy silhouette standing unnervingly still. Thinking it was one of her friends, she ran towards it, but as she got closer, she realized it was no one she knew. The figure stood there, facing away from her, whispering something she couldn't understand. Suddenly, the figure turned around, revealing hollow, black eyes that seemed to swallow the light from her flashlight. Paralyzed with fear, Sarah stumbled back, but before she could move, the figure whispered one word clearly: "Run!" She bolted, running blindly through the trees, the whispers chasing her, growing louder, more frantic, until they were deafening. The last thing Sarah saw before everything went black was the forest opening up, revealing an endless sea of shadowy figures, all watching her, whispering her name. Days later, the search party found no trace of Sarah or her friends, but those who ventured close to the Whispering Woods claimed they could still hear faint whispers calling out their names, luring them in. What would you do if the forest started whispering your name? Are you brave enough to find out what happens when the whispers get louder? Watch the Whispering Woods and discover the terrifying secrets hidden within.